Primal Fear, 1996, is widely regarded as one of the most gripping psychological thrillers of its time, a masterclass in courtroom drama, character manipulation, and the art of an effective plot twist. The film follows Martin Vale, a celebrated Chicago defense attorney who thrives on high-profile cases that keep him in the public eye. Vale is confident, charismatic, persuasive, and unapologetically drawn to the spotlight. His career is built on defending wealthy clients, sometimes guilty, sometimes innocent, but always capable of paying him for the privilege of being represented by one of the city's most skilled lawyers. One evening, while watching the news, Vale's attention is caught by a breaking story that instantly electrifies the city. Archbishop Richard Rushman, one of Chicago's most powerful and respected religious figures, has been brutally murdered in his private chamber. Even more shocking is the accused, a 19-year-old altar boy named Aaron Stampler, found fleeing the scene drenched in blood. Rushman had numbers carved into his chest, adding a disturbing layer of mystery to the already horrific crime. The case is perfect for someone like Vale: sensational, morally complex, and guaranteed to attract media frenzy. Without hesitation, he offers to represent Aaron pro bono, motivated partly by altruism, but mostly by the allure of a trial that promises national attention. When Vale first meets Aaron, he encounters a timid, stuttering boy from Kentucky who appears far too gentle and frightened to commit such a monstrous act. Aaron's soft voice, downcast eyes, and vulnerable demeanor immediately evoke sympathy. Vale's instincts tell him that Aaron is not the monster he's being portrayed as. Instead, he seems like a boy out of his depth, traumatized and unable to process what happened. As Vale investigates, he learns that Aaron came from a rough background. He was once homeless before being taken in by Archbishop Rushman through the church's charitable foundation. Many boys and girls like Aaron were housed and schooled under the Archbishop's care. While this paints the Archbishop as a benevolent figure, Vale soon discovers that the image of Rushman as a saintly guardian may be a facade hiding sinister secrets. Meanwhile, the prosecution is handled by Assistant State's Attorney Janet Venable, who also happens to be Vale's former lover. The personal history between them introduces a sharp emotional edge to the courtroom proceedings. Above Janet stands State Attorney John Shaughnessy, a powerful political figure and close ally of Archbishop Rushman. Shaughnessy is determined to secure a conviction, not only to avenge the Archbishop, but also to protect other secrets buried within the church. During their sessions, Aaron tells Vale his version of the events. He claims that on the night of the murder, he was in the Archbishop's private library, retrieving a book when he heard noises coming from Rushman's office. When he returned to the room, he allegedly found Rushman already dead. Aaron says he panicked, blacked out, and remembers nothing else until the police seized him. The blackouts and missing time bother Vale. He begins to suspect that Aaron may be suffering from a psychological disorder and requests a psychiatric evaluation. Dr. Molly Arrington, a seasoned psychologist, interviews Aaron and begins noticing unusual behavior, moments of emotional volatility, sudden irritability, and flashes of anger that clash with his otherwise meek persona. During one session, Aaron suddenly snaps, speaking in a deeper, confident voice, free of his habitual stutter. The transformation is jarring. This alternate persona introduces himself as Roy, a violent, aggressive figure who claims he exists to protect Aaron. Roy openly admits to killing Archbishop Rushman, declaring that Rushman deserved to die for the things he did to them. This revelation marks the first major twist. Aaron suffers from dissociative identity disorder, and Roy, the dominant alter, may have been responsible for the murder. Pieces of evidence gradually expose Rushman as far from the holy, compassionate man the public believed him to be. When Vale and his team searched the Archbishop's residence and offices, they uncovered disturbing materials, including photographs and personal files on children taken in by the church. The puzzle comes together when Vale discovers a tape hidden by Rushman. The footage is horrifying. It shows Aaron, another boy named Alex, and a girl named Linda, Aaron's girlfriend, being coerced into sexually explicit acts while Rushman supervises. These tapes finally reveal the truth. Rushman was abusing the very children he pretended to rescue. Vale is crushed by the discovery, but knows that it gives Aaron a powerful motive, or at least explains Roy's rage and the development of Aaron's dissociative condition. The courtroom battle intensifies as Vale tries to introduce the Archbishop's crimes without being accused of attacking the victim. Throughout the trial, Janet Venable relentlessly pushes for Aaron's conviction. She argues that the numbers carved into Rushman's chest correspond to references from the Scarlet Letter found in his private library. The passage underlined in the book reads, "Every man has two faces, the one he shows to the world and the one he hides." This eerie quote feeds both sides of the argument. Janet uses it to show Aaron might have hidden violent tendencies, while Vale argues it hints at the Archbishop's own hidden sins. The tension between Janet and Vale escalates, not only legally, but emotionally. Janet knows Vale is a master manipulator, but she cannot deny that evidence is increasingly pointing to Rushman's moral corruption and Aaron's psychological instability. The turning point comes when Vale calls Aaron to the stand. By pushing him emotionally, he tries to trigger Roy to appear publicly. Initially, Janet mocks the idea of multiple personalities, but her harsh questioning unintentionally provokes Aaron beyond his limits. Before the court's eyes, Aaron transforms into Roy, violently attacking Janet and revealing a completely different demeanor. The judge, witnessing Roy firsthand, rules Aaron not guilty by reason of insanity. Instead of prison, he is ordered to be placed in a psychiatric facility. The courtroom victory leaves Vale thoughtful rather than triumphant. Something about the case still gnaws at him. When he visits Aaron in his cell to inform him of the outcome, Aaron sits quietly, seemingly confused. He tells Vale he doesn't remember anything from the courtroom. Just another blackout, he claims. Vale prepares to leave, satisfied that he has saved a troubled boy from the death penalty. But then Aaron says casually, "Will you tell Miss Venable I'm sorry? I hope her neck is okay." The words freeze Vale mid-step. Aaron should not remember attacking Janet unless he was conscious during the event. Vale turns around slowly, confusion shifting to dread. He confronts Aaron again. For the first time, Aaron drops the stutter completely. The shy, fragile demeanor melts away. In its place emerges a chilling calmness. Aaron smirks as he recounts killing Archbishop Rushman and Linda without a hint of guilt. When Vale asks in horror whether Roy was real, Aaron replies, "There never was a Roy." Vale presses further, his voice hollow. "So, there never was an Aaron?" Aaron leans back, smiling with cold satisfaction. The facade has crumbled. The innocent boy was the mask. The real persona is a calculating sociopath who manipulated the entire system. This is where Hitchcock's theory of suspense fully manifests. The bomb, hidden beneath the narrative all along, finally detonates, not with a cheap surprise, but with devastating clarity. Every clue scattered throughout the story suddenly realigns in the audience's mind, delivering a twist that is not random, but perfectly orchestrated. Thank you for watching, and subscribe for more recap.